It is unimportant that this part of the Book of Nod is not comparatively accurate with the standard biblical canon. What is important is that we have, perhaps for the first time, a personal viewpoint on the events surrounding the days after the fall. Cain tells us in his own words what his motives were, and although it is quite possible that this story exists only to shape our idea of him, we can assume that there must be some element of truth to his tale. His account is, after all, the only eyewitness report we have to rely upon. Our dear father. In some Islamic myths, the translated Satan figure is thrown from heaven not because he hates mankind, but because he loves God too much to bow to any other but God, and he will not serve man. It is perhaps that Cain shares in this love. He so loves his brother that he cannot think of any other worthy sacrifice to the one above. Surely Cain could not have had any other reason to sacrifice his brother. He could not know death, having been born before death was something humanity had experienced. Other figures of that time also play instrumental roles in the book. Surely it is not purely mythological transliteration that causes Lilith to appear in this story, for she is a figure in the oldest of the Hebrew Midrashim. Having been cast out of paradise first, she would recognize Cain for one who had been in the light of heaven and subsequently cast out. There are those among my colleagues who believe that this stanza should represent the idea that Lilith, mother of magic and demoness herself, taught the first disciplines to Cain. Others see her role as being a midwife to our father's awakening to his own magical potential. What remains to be discovered is the fabled Cycle of Lilith, which supposedly describes the time Cain spent with Lilith as her servant and lover. Was it merely a dalliance? Or could it have been some kind of mystical apprenticeship, during which Lilith gradually drew out of Cain the limitations that the divine had placed upon him, and slowly awakened him to his own magical powers? The fact that she shows trepidation at his drinking her own blood from the awakening cup might point to her lack of total understanding as to what, exactly, this might do to the first son of Adam. We cannot afford to speculate whether the cup causes a hallucination in Cain, or whether Cain is actually, physically transported to a wilderness somewhere in the darkness. This is not understood. Neither is it explained by the translation of the original text. The original phraseology essentially means breathed in or moved. Both meanings of the word point to either explanation, and we cannot gain much in the debates. It matters not whether Cain was physically transported, like shamanic visions recorded as a result of ritually consuming hallucinogenics. Cain's experience was as real to him as any journey might be to you or me. My child, Beckett, continues to restate his opinion that the Chronicle of Cain is a vampiric parable. I totally disagree. But Beckett is a beloved child. I will include his studies and findings here, below. Because of the literary distance between the current translations of the text, Dr. Delaron's translation included, of the Book of Nod, the original intent of the book has been lost. It is my theory, based on my own researches, that the stories of Cain and Abel, Cain's curse, and his subsequent meeting with Lilith, are parables created to tell the tale of the first kindred in such a way that even the simplest of us can understand them. Through my own scholarship, and drawing upon the work of the fundamental Cain scholars in the world, including some captured writings by a Black Hand worshipper of Cain, I have created a story which I believe harkens back to the original parable of Cain. With the time after humanity went from hunter-gatherer society to cultivating farm animals and developing agriculture, there were two tribes, named for their chiefs. They were called the people of Cain and the people of Abel. The people of Abel were herders and animal husbanders and were more primitive than the people of Cain. They worshipped a great sun god, who was a warrior who lived in the sky. The people of Cain were agricultural and were more civilized than the people of Abel. Because it was so important to time the harvest, the people of Cain worshipped the moon goddess, the dark mother who was both the fertility of earth and the mystery of the moon. Yet not all of the people were happy. Chief Abel attacked Cain's people, telling them that they were inferior and cursed because they did not hunt like their sun god hunted. Cain's people did not know much about fighting, but Cain taught them how to use the sharp things that they used to till the soil to kill. When Abel's people came back to torment them again, Cain's people fought back. All of the men, women, and children of Abel were killed. The sun god of the people of Abel then called them cursed as a people and laid a blood curse on all of them that they would wander without a home in the wilderness. He burned their villages and salted their fields and told all to turn away from the people of Cain. The people of Cain were unable to recover. They wandered in the curse for many weeks until they had no food to eat and had many troubles. Then the priestess of the Dark Mother, who lived beyond the moon, came. The priestess offered Cain's people respite, succor, or surcease. She taught them magic, taught them how to hunt, and taught them to drink blood. The sun god came to Chief Cain in his dreams and told him and his people to return and subjugate themselves to the will of people of Seth. Chief Cain refused. Then the sun god told him that all the people of his tribe would be cursed forever, and it was so. But the Dark Mother said that there would always be a way to overcome this curse. If the people of Cain would come to her, through her mystery she would free them from the curse of the sun god. In this parable, Cain's people and Cain represent our need for civilization, the humanitas that we constantly seek. Abel's people and Abel represent our animal natures, our wild selves, the beast that lies within. The Dark Mother represents the mystery that guides our very existence, the magic of our blood, the power of disciplines. We must seek the mystery of Dark Mother while dealing with the legacy left behind by the Sun God, the curse. Ego, a beast I am, lest a beast I become. Golconda is held out as a final goal, perhaps balancing all things and showing the transcendence of the beast within. Greetings, one and all. If you enjoyed that, you can support me on my Discord, Patreon, Redbubble, or with a channel membership, or simply like, comment, and subscribe to catch any and all future DQVO videos. And as always, my thanks for watching.